What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be talking about what it means to have your Mars in your partner's second house. The second house is the house of ownership, it's the house of possessions and also commitment and those gradual advancements towards what can be financial rewards or some kind of abundance. It also shows like the resources and the more personal values that a person has, like their talents. And so this is the area of the house person's life that the Mars person is going to be affecting the house person with their Mars energy. And with Mars, this really shows the energy that drives us. It does show strong attraction and a lot of action being taken. So there is intention of being able to build momentum towards a goal or towards some kind of a dream, and that can be really great, especially when faced with some kind of a challenging situation. With your partner's Mars in your second house, this can really bring in a driving force into a connection, meaning longevity. The two partners can expect to experience a lot of pleasurable moments together and a lot of sensuality as well. They also have a lot of respect and a lot of value for each other. Very much like, just imagine Mars, a very passionate planet, and second house ruler Taurus, a very comfortable and indulgent and pleasurable sign combining together. The second house is a house that shows money, and in a lot of ways that correlates to self-esteem. And Mars, on the other hand, is showing that drive, that passion, and that courageous side of a person to be direct when it comes to going after what they desire. So the Mars person can influence the house person in this way when it comes to the second house things, like their material possessions or their personal inner self-value and self-worth. But also the Mars person is also likely to be the one that does take action and pursues the second house person, especially when there's that strong attraction. And so the combination can look like both of the partners having a confidence boost when in each other's presence. Kind of like Venus in partner's second house. With the Synastry placements, gifts might be a love language, and to an outsider, things may look like they are very superficial or materialistic. But with this Synastry, this does show a very deep love that both of the partners are aware of, and they know that it runs much deeper than just material looks. This does show a lot of loyalty, a lot of security. The partners, they have a very high potential for, if they chose to ever enter into some kind of business together, they have high potential to have some kind of a gain financially, bring in a lot of success. And this could be geared towards something that is very beautiful, such as cosmetic business or something that is very comfortable, or estate, property. They do have a lot of potential to kind of bring in some kind of an abundance as a result of any of those ventures that they may go on together when it comes to business, financial increase, and succeeding. The Mars person can really feel like they see the potential of the house person, potential that they feel like the house person is not tapping into. And this is not limited just to the financial side of things or the financial potential of the house person, but also in other ways, like the house person's potential for growth as a person. And in that way, the Mars person can have a really positive impact on the house person, motivating them and also kind of helping them when it comes to overcoming any issues or situations that they are struggling with. Like the Mars person could be able to see some kind of a talent that is in the house person that the house person is undervaluing, and the Mars person can give some kind of an encouragement when it comes to being able to embrace these talents within themselves. Also, the Mars person can see some kind of resources or some kind of assets that the house person has, and really encourage the house person to be able to take action towards those things, and energizes those second house gifts within the house person. Also, the Mars person can take an interest in the house person's finances in some way, offering them a lot of advice or their opinions, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the aspects when it comes to those placements. And if negatively aspecting, the house person may feel as though the Mars person is overstepping boundaries, and it can feel like this advice is unsolicited. This Synastry placement is one that makes for a relationship that lasts over a long amount of time, and it is even one that can turn into a very abundant relationship. Any attraction felt here is expressed openly, and even expressed through gifts, especially from the Mars person to the house person. When it comes to the more challenging side of the Synastry, with the Mars partner and the second house partner, there can be some kind of challenges when it comes to determining the pace of things in this relationship, especially when it comes to deepening the commitment and one of the partners getting the other to open up on a deeper level, or getting to know each other on a deeper level before one or the other is ready to show that side of themselves. It could be that financial security is big for the house person and the Mars person, and in the negative, the emphasis on monetary values of things can end up looking like and feeling like somebody is trying to buy somebody's love or affection in this relationship. There can be a risk of having the house person be taken advantage of financially by the Mars person. And also, on the other hand, if one or both of the partners is struggling financially, this can really have a big effect of the house person's self-esteem or self-confidence really taking a hit or being undermined by the Mars person. And the Mars person has an interest in the second house person's possessions, like their finances or any other resources that they have. And when negatively aspected, the Mars person could want to take this from the house person. The second house person may be the more cautionary and wants a more slow and steady development of things, and may be more hesitant to be too vulnerable with the more personal side of themselves too soon. Whereas Mars person may want the opposite. Some level of fighting can happen. The second house person can be stubborn about the way in which they want to go about things, while the Mars person can be too. The second house can really be the building blocks to the build-up of some kind of abundance in some way. And so a negatively aspected Mars of somebody else is coming into this house can either catalyze that fate, or it can interrupt and change that fate. And it is up to the house person to really discern whether the Mars person is a competitor or an ally. There can be a lot to build up together, but with that, there can be a lot at stake, physically, materially, and on a personal level. This Synastry does make the relationship a very painful one to lose, if ever it did happen for both of the partners. It's like they're putting their self-esteem, their hearts, and their money on the line, among other valuable items. But on the other hand, there could be quite a lot to gain. This is one of those Synastry placements with a major power to transform both of the partners' lives. Well, that does it for this video on having your Mars in your partner's second house. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.